You think the cold will kill you first during a winter blackout. You're wrong. It's the other humans that become the problem, and they're coming at 3 a.m. Here's what nobody tells you about extended power failures in freezing temperatures. After 48 hours without heat, the human body enters a state of desperate calculation. Your core temperature drops below 95 degrees. Your brain stops thinking long-term. It stops caring about consequences. All it wants is warmth, and it will do anything to get it. The 3 a.m. window isn't random, it's biology. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, your body reaches its lowest natural temperature. Add hypothermia on top of that, and you're looking at a cognitive shutdown. This is when people stop knocking politely. This is when they stop asking for help. This is when they see your house with smoke coming from the chimney or a faint glow of candlelight, and they make a choice: freeze to death on the street, or take what you have by force. The crime data from every major blackout proves this pattern. Break-ins spike dramatically in the pre-dawn hours after day 2. Not because criminals are smarter at 3 a.m., because that's when hypothermia turns regular people into criminals. You need to be ready before they arrive. Method 1, the blackout house illusion. Make your home look abandoned and freezing. This is your first line of defense, and it costs you nothing. Cover every window with dark blankets or cardboard on the inside. No light escapes. Not from candles, not from flashlights, nothing. If you're running a small heat source, keep it in an interior room with no exterior walls. The goal is to make your house look as dead as the one next to it. Here's why this works. Humans are lazy, even when desperate. They'll hit the easy targets first. The house with visible light means visible resources. That's the house they choose. Your blacked out home gets passed over because breaking into a frozen empty house means wasted energy they can't afford to burn. If you fail at this and light leaks out, you've just painted a target on your door. Every person within 3 blocks who can still walk will know you have something worth protecting. Method 2. The sound trap perimeter. You need to hear them coming before they reach your door. String up a perimeter of noisemakers around every entry point. Take empty tin cans and fill them with rocks, screws, or anything that rattles. Tie them on fishing line or string at ankle height across your yard, porch, and below every window. When someone stumbles through in the dark, you get a 5-second warning. That's enough. The psychology here is critical. When your trap goes off, the intruder knows you know. They lose the surprise advantage. Most people will run. They're cold and scared, and they don't want a confrontation. They want an easy score. But some won't run. That's where the sound trap buys you time to move to Method 3. Method 3, the layered barrier system. Your front door is weaker than you think. A desperate human can kick through a standard deadbolt in under 30 seconds. You need to make it physically impossible to get through fast. Take your heaviest furniture and wedge it against the door at an angle. A couch works, a heavy dresser works better. The physics here matter. You're not trying to create a wall. You're trying to create a wedge that transfers the force of impact into the floor instead of the door. Even if they break the lock, they can't push the door open more than a few inches. Do this for every ground floor entry point. Windows get blocked with furniture on the inside. Sliding doors get a wooden dowel or metal pipe in the track. Why this works? Time and noise. Breaking through your layered barriers creates massive amounts of sound and takes minutes instead of seconds. Most intruders will give up and move to the next target. The ones who don't give up are now making enough noise to wake the entire neighborhood. That's exposure they can't afford. If you fail at this and they get through quickly, you're now in a close quarters confrontation with someone who has nothing to lose. You've already lost, even if you win. Method 4, the safe room strategy. Pick one interior room with no windows and turn it into your survival cell. This is where you sleep. This is where you keep your heat source, water, and supplies. The room should have only one entry point that you can barricade from the inside. A bathroom works well because it usually has a heavy door and a small space to heat efficiently. A walk-in closet works if it's big enough. The key is that this room can be defended even if someone gets inside your house. The brutal math here is simple. If someone breaks through your outer defenses, you retreat to the safe room, and they're stuck in your freezing house, searching blind. You're warm and protected behind another barrier. They're burning energy they don't have. They'll take what they can carry and leave, because staying means they freeze. If you don't have a safe room and they get inside, your entire house becomes a hostile environment. You can't sleep, you can't rest, you're fighting a war of attrition you'll lose. Method 5. The visible deterrent warning. This is your last resort, and it only works if you commit completely. Put a sign on your front door that reads, "Sick inside, stay away," or "Quarantine, infectious disease." Fear of illness overrides cold in the human brain. Nobody wants to break into a house where they might catch something that kills them slower than freezing. The survival instinct that's driving them toward your door will push them away just as hard if they think you're contaminated. This works until it doesn't. If they're desperate enough or smart enough to realize you're bluffing, that sign becomes proof you're weak enough to rely on psychological tricks instead of actual force. The pre-dawn protocol checklist. Lock everything before dark, no exceptions. Set your sound traps before you sleep. Keep a flashlight and heavy object within arm's reach of your bed. Sleep in your safe room after day 2 of any blackout. Stay absolutely silent between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. No movement, no light. Final line: when the power dies and the temperature drops, you have about 48 hours before your neighbors stop being neighbors. Prepare for 3 a.m. like your life depends on it, because it does.